Does your retirement plan need you to save more money? I've got 3 simple tips to help you do that. That and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Are you saving enough for your retirement? And I would hope so, and I would hope that you know that number exactly. If you're early in your career, or maybe you're listening to this and you've got kids that have just graduated from college or entering the workforce, then before knowing all the variables and early in life, when life's going to have a lot of twists and turns to it, I would encourage you to be saving 15% or more towards your retirement. And I wouldn't count a company match in that. I would say the match is gravy. And I wouldn't also listen to excuses of, but I can't, I don't. When you're early in your career, finding a way to just save that and live on what's left over, I think that'll help provide proper balance. Plus, those dollars early in your career are the ones that are going to be working the hardest for you because they've got the most time to grow, compound. And a couple reasons why I would come up with 15%, if Social Security is likely only going to account for about a third of what you'll need in retirement, well, how much goes into Social Security? Well, actually 12%. And you might look and your FICA is 7.65%. You say, well, that's not 12%. Yeah, but 6.2% of that 7.65, that's what goes into the Social Security fund for you. 6.2, that's what comes out of your check, and then your employer matches as well. So you've got 12.4% going towards the going into the Social Security fund with your name on it. Actually, someone else's name on it because it's not functioning properly, but that's what's going in for you. And that 12% from every paycheck from your very beginning, even part-time work when you're a teenager, from every paycheck, that's going in Social Security, and that is only going to account for a third of what you need. So if you do 15% and you are able to have those dollars grow, Social Security doesn't necessarily grow on your behalf. It's not invested on your behalf. Then that's going to get you a long way. So I would build that habit. What if you're later on in your career or even earlier on and you say, I just need to save more. What are some ways that I can save more other than just just do it? Well, I've got 3 simple tips to help you save more for retirement, help you get on track. The first is, I already mentioned it, and that is get the full company match. Get the full company match. Those are extra precious dollars that could go towards your retirement. And it's crucial that you're soaking up and that you're getting that full company match. Now, why would I mention that? It seems fairly obvious. I don't have the stats right in front of me, but it is a staggering amount of people that are contributing towards retirement, but are not getting their full company match. Well, why is that? Well, it's possible these company match formulas are confusing and you might not know. You might think, yeah, I'm doing enough to get the full company match, but you're actually not. I've seen that, guys. I've seen that tons of times. One of the times that was most clear in my brain is individual. We were meeting late in the evening. It was past work hours, so we couldn't confirm. And he was contributing 6%. Was confident he was getting a 3% match. And I said, I'm pretty sure the match is 50% on the first 10%. I'm pretty sure I was working with a client, also works at the same company, and that's what it was. And he was pretty confident that wasn't the case. And so we said, well, if it was 10%, could you afford to do that? Well, it'd be tough, but gosh, to get the match, yeah, we would do that. We shot an email off that night during the meeting. The next day, email was returned. Yep, you're not getting the full company match. And he made the change. Hey, had we not had that conversation, had I not been stubbornly persistent, then he would have missed out on that for, gosh, that was probably 10 years ago. And so make sure you're getting the full company match. Another way to think about getting the full company match is if you're married, you might be contributing enough to get the full company match, but is your spouse? Oftentimes, if there's one individual that is the primary breadwinner, the other individual maybe not earning as much, it might feel like for that couple that the individual earning the most, they're the ones that are saving up a lot for retirement, and the other individual, well, their income helps cover some bills. Well, make sure you're both getting the full company match. That'll help make sure that you have as much savings as possible going towards retirement. Second quick tip to help you save more for retirement is actually not really saving more, and that is consider shifting your savings, your retirement savings, from pre-tax to Roth. Now think of it this way. If you were maxing out your 401k and you're not yet age 50, then you're contributing $22,500 into your retirement. Now, if you're doing that pre-tax, you've put $22,500 in your retirement account. But it's not that $22,500, that's not all yours. Some of that is Uncle Sam's. Some of that, when you withdraw the dollars, you're going to have to pay towards taxes. And so while you've saved up that much, you've received a tax deduction, a tax benefit, and that's supposed to help offset the future tax obligation on those dollars. But most people view that tax refund or that tax benefit, well, that's just cash, and that's just, refund, or I've adjusted withholding, so I actually don't get that big of a refund even though it's a tax benefit, so I'll just cover that tax obligation later. And you look and say that grows to $1 million towards retirement, that $1 million account is not really yours. You've got maybe $750,000 of that $1 million or $800,000 of that $1 million. So what's a different way for you to save more without actually saving more? Well, if that $22,500 was contributed to the Roth side of the 401k, yes, you're not getting the tax benefit today. And that will require a little bit more, a little bit more tax and some more withholdings and so on. I get that. But then that $22,500 is in your account, and that's all your money. So you've built up then, fast forward or switching examples, $1 million in your Roth 401k, that's $1 million of your money. None of that needs to be earmarked and given to Uncle Sam. And therefore, just looking at, well, should I be doing pre-tax or should I be doing Roth, and shifting maybe over time to Roth can help make more of those dollars be yours, help you actually save more dollars. Working with a young sort of power couple recently, a few years ago, they were in the 24% tax bracket, and they were getting all of their contributions were going pre-tax, and we talked about it, and I said, well, guys, if you switch these to Roth, you're still going to be in the 24% tax bracket. And based on your income and how much you guys are saving, it's very possible out there in retirement, you're still in the 24% tax bracket, maybe 25, maybe even higher. Should we shift these contributions to be Roth, and therefore more of these dollars are accretive and accumulating for you in your retirement? And it was actually going to create a pretty big cash flow pinch because they were going to lose this deduction. But we mapped it out and they said, yeah, I think this makes sense. And we had a strategy to shift half of it to Roth to help them adjust, and then a year later shift the rest of it. And that's what we did. And it's been working perfectly ever since. And then the final tip, and I use this one all the time, the final little hack that can help help you save more towards retirement is increase your retirement savings 1% a year. And 1%, why would I say that? Because it doesn't feel like a difference, but it actually makes a big difference. It won't feel like a big difference, but it actually makes a big difference. If you heard me at the beginning of the video say save 15% and you're only saving 6%, and you feel like, well, I can't go from 6% to 15%, thank you very little, unsubscribe, I'm out of here. No. Hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to help share lots of different tips and tricks all along the way to help you make the most of your retirement and financial journey. But this could be one, because if you're at 6 and you can't go to 15, well, could you go from 6 to 7? And gosh, I haven't met anyone that has said, no, I can't do that. When it's that big of a rounding error, I'll figure it out. Well, then a year from now, could you go from 7 to 8? Yeah, I'll figure that out. A year from then, can you go from 8 to 9? Yeah, I'll figure that out. Pretty soon, you've made up considerable ground and you've shrunk that gap quite a bit. And then if you all of a sudden get a 3% raise, okay, well, could I increase my contribution 3% and have that entire raise go towards retirement? So that 1% increase every single year is extremely powerful, both in more savings and more compound growth, but also the momentum that starts building towards you saving aggressively towards your retirement goal. So work with your certified financial planner. See whether you're on track and you're saving the right amount. And if you're not saving the right amount, craft a few different strategies or figure out the right strategy to get you from where you are right now to where you need to be, where you want to be. Work with your CFP on that. If you don't have a CFP on your team, contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.